Alright, so what's up guys? We're gonna do a new video today. We're gonna do a IGTV about how I edit on Lightroom. So here's a photo I have. This I put up a couple days ago and it did pretty well. So I figured it'd be a good one to edit. So right now we're looking at it. It's extremely dry and bland and really boring looking. And that's because it's a raw photo. So there's no JPEG going on here. So it looks extremely boring. Trust me, it looked a lot better in person. And so today we're gonna work on how to get this to look beautiful, because that's what we want. We want a lot of beautiful pictures. So first thing we need to do is, well, let me explain. Over here I have presets that I've made. We're actually not going to use those. We're gonna start from scratch. But normally I would put a preset on and then kind of tweak it from there. But yeah, so for the sake of the video, let's start from scratch. So first thing I want to do is, since this is like a nice scenery shot, I want to bring the highlights down just so we can kind of get more color out of the sky, even though there's not really much color going on. And then I'm going to bring the blacks down as well. Give it some contrast, still a little bit more. And then I'm going to bring the shadows up to bring out all that detail. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, actually, yeah, we'll keep it around there. And then maybe the whites a little bit as well to brighten it up. Okay, so that looks, so far that already looks a lot better, a lot more contrasty. And speaking of contrast, we'll bring that up a tiny little bit. And then I think I'm gonna make it a little bit warmer as well. Try around 8,000. I like warm photos, so this isn't really a warm photo, but that looks better. Okay, so next, we're gonna mess with this tone curve here. So I really like to mess with this. It helps me get a nice, kind of filmy look. As you can see, if I do this, it kind of makes it faded. So I usually like to put just a little bit of a fade on there. Makes it a little easier on the eyes. And I like it because I like film, so that works for me. Now here we have colors, but I'm actually not going to mess with that for right now. I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to do some other stuff first. So sharpening, I actually might take that down a little bit. I'm going to sharpen other things up later, but for right now we don't need that. Noise reduction we don't need because it's a pretty clean shot as is. Alright, vignette. I am going to put a little bit of a vignette on that one. Give a little bit more mood. And then, okay, so here we got the colors. This is where I'm going to mess with the colors the most. This one I particularly like to mess with. It gives it kind of a cool blue and yellow glow. So I'm going to put that, I think that's good, and then let's bring this up. Give it some more punch. Yeah, that looks pretty good. We'll keep that at 75. And then this one, yeah, I like this one as well. So what about this? Nah. Okay. So we'll keep that one up, but we're going to keep the saturation at neutral. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, cool. Now let's check back up here. Mess with the colors. So I want the oranges to kind of glow a bit. So maybe I'll bring that down a little bit. What about the yellow? And we'll put it around there. Blue, I'll keep that around neutral as well. Yeah, a lot of the saturation and stuff I don't really mess with too much. Let's check this out. So luminance is good for making the colors appear brighter. So that makes the oranges a little bit brighter there. That looks good. And then what about the blue in the sky? Maybe a little bit. Let's just go like 12 or whatnot. Okay. And guys, I'm doing this very just like, I'm not doing very precise things. I'm just kind of doing what feels good, right? So that looks pretty good to me. Okay. What else do we need here? So clarity I'm going to bring down a little bit, but that's because I'm going to go sharpen other things up. So we're going to zoom in here. So the skyline looks really cool. That's like a big part of the shot. So I'm going to do this up here. This is a brush. And I feel like a lot of people when they first get Lightroom, they don't use this. It's a bit intimidating just because, I don't know, I thought it was intimidating, maybe that's just me. But we're actually going to use this to make the skyline pop. So right here we got sharpness up and clarity up, and we're going to basically just brush the skyline back here. And you can already tell it makes it pop a little bit more when you do that. Take this little building over here. And I really like the brush. I think it makes a huge difference. Maybe I'll make it a little bit sharper. And then I think I'm actually going to warm it up a little bit, because it kind of gives it an extra little warm glow. What about that? I don't know. Maybe a little bit. Okay. What about this? Maybe like 0.1. Alright, cool. So let's see how that looks when we zoom out. Okay, yeah. That looks pretty good. As you can tell, the skyline pops out a little bit more. Let me get this building over here as well. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so we're about done, but I do want to do a graduated filter. So this is good for like putting in the sky. I like to use it a lot. Let's take this out. I don't want that. But you can kind of mess with it to make it look pretty cool. You can even add color to it, which is kind of nice as well. Or add warmth. Maybe I'll just give it a little bit. Makes it look kind of epic when you do that. Alright, I think that looks good. So, what if I experiment with this a little bit as well? Yeah, you know, I think I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know how close this is to the picture I Instagrammed. I think it's pretty close. I don't remember what I did exactly for it, but I think this is pretty close. So usually I will have this and then I'll export it, take it to maybe Afterlight on the phone, put a small little filter on it, and then it's pretty much good to go. But all the main editing happens here in Lightroom, and I'm pretty happy with that. So this is what it looks like without that, and then with it back on. So it makes a pretty big difference. I really like to shoot RAW because you get that flexibility, but if you shoot JPEG, that's not a problem either. Just, you don't have quite as much detail to work with. But yeah, guys, that's it. I hope you like it. I want to do more stuff like this, so if you like it, let me know. Thanks.